Hey there, this is Taylor Elwood, and welcome to the Eccentric Entrepreneurs live stream show. This show occurs every week at 12 noon on Tuesdays, 12 noon PST, I should say, Pacific Standard Time, and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Eccentric Entrepreneurs Facebook business page. And of course, I post about it in my group as well. And today we're going to be talking about business plans and why you need a business plan to grow your business. Now, I'm going to share a little story here first. When I started my first business, Imagine Your Reality business in social media consulting, the first 3 years I didn't have a business plan. And the reason why was really simple. I didn't see the point. As far as I could tell, you needed a business plan if you were going to go and get a business loan. And I had no intention of getting a business loan. I didn't, I was like, well, I don't need a business loan. So why would I write a business plan? And that's a common misconception that business owners have. And here's the thing, the business plan that you write to get a business loan is only one type of business plan. And it's not even necessarily the best type of business plan for planning your business out. It's the best type of business plan for getting a business loan, but it's not necessarily going to be the best thing for helping you to go out there and get and figure out how to grow your business. When you're writing a business plan to get a business loan, you're really writing it for somebody else. And what you're doing is you're showing them why your business is viable and what you're going to do to grow that business and continue to make it viable, and what kind of collateral you'll put up, and all those other important things that people honestly and genuinely want to know for good reasons. But when it comes to actually developing a business plan that is genuinely going to help you grow your business, that's not the best type of business plan out there. The best type of business plan is one that you're genuinely writing for yourself that addresses all of the systems of your business. Now, what do I mean by systems? Excuse the little frog in my throat here. What I mean by systems is that when you look at your business, there are different specific systems or categories of business that need to be addressed in order to make sure that you're growing your business successfully. When you start your business out, you're usually starting it from a place of, I have some level of expertise at something, like, maybe I'm really good at counseling people, or maybe I'm really good at sewing dresses, or whatever else. And that's your expertise. That's the expertise system. That's the system, incidentally, that most people take for granted when it comes to their business, because they know what they know. And what they forget is that the people who are coming to them don't know what they know. This is an important system of your business that continually needs to be planned for and looked at in terms of what you'll do to make sure you're on the cutting edge with your business. People who take their expertise for granted, well, at a certain point when you take it for granted, you start being taken for granted as well, because people are going to look for somebody who knows the latest, not just somebody who knows something. They want to know that they know the latest. Then we have other business systems like finance, technology, marketing, sales, customer experience, leadership, operations. All of these are different business systems that are used to help you focus on your business. Now, I want you to consider for a moment, what's the number one problem people have in their business? The number one system they focus on? It's marketing, right? It's marketing. And why is that? Well, if we look at it, most of the people out there who are selling courses on business, what else? What are they selling? They're selling people on how to communicate their business, how to market themselves, et cetera, et cetera. And guess what it creates? It creates a fundamental misperception about business. And it's this: if I get my marketing right, everything else will be solved. And that's simply not the case. Your marketing is one key system of your business, and it's an important one. You have to be able to communicate your message to people. You have to be able to find your target audience. You don't do that, forget it. But marketing is not the only source of income when it comes to your business. And it's really important to recognize that and understand it. And what stops people when it comes to their business is they get so focused on the marketing, they forget about all the other systems. I've already told you about the expertise system, so let's go over the other ones. The finance system is essentially your finances. It's your profit and loss. It's your gross versus net profit. It's your expenses. It's what you're choosing to invest your money in. It's how much money you're putting aside for retirement, how much money you're putting aside for day-to-day living, things like that. Very important system that has to be looked at and planned for. And a lot of people don't do that. They just focus on the marketing. And we have our operations. And your operations is the day-to-day activities that are done to run your business. It's the things that you do to take care of your customers. It's the activities that you do to make sure that your business runs smoothly. It's the admin work. It's the internal, the infrastructure of the business and everything that's done in order to make that business workflow happen. It's the processes and policies that you put into place to help you make sure that work gets done. And again, this is ignored in favor of marketing. We have sales. Well, sales is a close cousin of marketing, and sales is actually kind of lumped in with marketing. And of course, it's a very important system, again, because when you've marketed to people, at some point you want to close them, and that's where sales comes in. Sales is conversion. It's getting people to buy your services and products. It's overcoming their objections. It's helping them figure out why they should want to do business with you, along with marketing. The main difference between marketing and sales is that sales comes after you've communicated your message and reached out to your audience. It really is that process of helping people decide why they should buy from you and showing them how to buy from you. Now, the other key thing to remember in regards to this is that, again, sales and marketing being lumped in together, they're not necessarily one and the same thing. You know, sales is different. It is its own sales skill set, and sometimes people neglect it in favor of marketing, thinking that marketing will solve their sales problem. And that's not always the case, because again, it's a different system. Then we have our technology. Now, technology isn't technically a system, but technology has become such an integral part of business that if you don't plan for it, you're really hurting yourself. Whether it's technology that you need for your expertise, or it's technology that you need to help you run your business, or technology that you need to market, to use for marketing your business, you need to know the technology that's available and make sure that you're using it. And if you don't have access to that technology, that can be a real problem for your business. So it's just important to remember that. Then we have our, we've gone over finance, sales, of course we've got marketing, technology, business operations. Well, then we have leadership. And leadership is a system in the sense that, you know, you need to show up as a leader in your community. You want to show up as a leader in your business. It's about how you lead yourself. It's essentially how you set up the culture of the business and the culture of the community that you're serving, and what you do to make sure that you stand out. It's kind of related to marketing, but again, it's its own thing. You know, leadership is about accountability. It's about making sure that you're responsible and that you're doing whatever it takes to really serve your community, but also serve yourself. In the sense of making sure that you show up. And then we have customer experience. Now, when a lot of people think about customer experience, they think customer service. I call it customer experience because really, when you're working with customers, it should be an experience. You know, unfortunately, a lot of businesses will go and will only respond to a customer when there's a problem. So a problem comes up, oh, it's time to take care of the customer. But ideally, it should be set up around the idea that you head off the problems before they even occur, and that you're regularly connecting with your customers and serving them, because you want to retain them and you want them to continue to do business with you. And that's where customer service comes in. So planning for that means developing processes and policies and developing a firm understanding of what your philosophy is when it comes to taking care of your customers. And again, this is an often neglected thing because people focus so much on the marketing, on trying to get people, that they forget how to take care of them. Ironically enough, in some ways, customer experience really is about marketing as well, because when you take good care of your customers, they will market your business for you. But a lot of business owners neglect that in favor of trying to generate more leads and trying to, communicate their message. And again, marketing, very important. I don't want to knock it here. I just think that it's emphasized to the point that people put blinders on to all of the other aspects of business that need to be factored in and worked with. Oh, and there's one other system, and that's politics. Now you might think, what, politics? What are we talking about? Democrats and Republicans? No, I'm not talking about that. When I talk about politics as a system in your business, what I'm talking about is two things. First, industry politics. How is your industry going to respond or react to what you're doing? Are there people who are or competition, i.e., who are going to get in your way? Or are there things that you need to be factoring in? Are you putting something out there that people may want to shut down because they feel threatened by it? This is what I mean by politics. That's one of the things. And then the second thing is compliance. Are you compliant with the government? Are there things that you need to be factoring in, federal regulations, things along those lines that are important factors that can make or break your business? Again, these are important issues that can determine whether or not your business is going to be successful. So when we look at a business plan, it's a lot more than marketing. And when we look, and this is why it's very crucial to understand the difference between a business plan and a marketing plan. A marketing plan, it's going to look at like your logo and the fonts you should be using and the colors you should be using. And it's going to look at your message and who your audience is and how do you connect with your audience. And all of that is very important. I don't want you to think otherwise. But so is all the other aspects of your business. And if you do not plan for your business beyond your marketing, then you're setting your business up for failure. When you create a business plan addressing each of the segments that I've described here, what ends up happening is you fundamentally change the way that you approach your business. Because what ends up happening is that you've set up a foundation that actually supports your business and helps you lift it up. Because here's the thing, if let's say you focus all your effort on marketing and you market your ass off, and all of a sudden you get a ton of clients. What's going to happen if you can't handle those clients, if you can't take care of them? Like, I want you to answer this question. If you were to get 10 new customers tomorrow, how would you feel? Would you feel excited, panicked, combination of the two? Regardless of how you would feel, I want you to consider, would you actually be able to handle all 10 new customers plus any of the existing ones you have? I'm going to guess no if all you've done is focused on your marketing. Now, granted, that particular scenario might not necessarily happen, but the fact of the matter is, when you have a business plan in place, what you're doing is you're not just setting up the foundation of your business, you're actually prepping your business to scale. And when you hear the phrase, scaling your business, what does that really mean? What that means is that what you're doing is you're setting your business up with the right systems and processes to support the growth of your business in such a way that when you get new customers on and you have existing customers on, you're able to sustainably take care of all of them. And at the same time, you're able to make changes to your business so that you can continue to help take care of those new customers and the existing ones and plan for further customers down the line. A lot of businesses do not have this kind of preparation in place. They go and they go and they set up a business plan or a marketing plan or whatever, but they don't really think about, well, what do I need to do to get, from point A to point B? And what do I have to build into place in the meantime to get there? So what I want you to really consider with your business process is that you want to set your business up in such a way that it really stands out and helps you get where you want to go with your business. That you want to have a business plan in place that allows you to plan for the near future, the intermediate future, and the far future. Because if you cannot plan for where your business will be, then your business will fail at some point. And the fact is, a lot of people run their business by reaction. You know, they wait for things to happen to them, and then they respond to them. And that's not a good way to run your business, because then you're constantly in crisis mode. And that's not what we want. We don't want to be in crisis mode. We want to be focused. We want to be aware. We want to create genuine success for our business. So I just want to share that with you, because a lot of times what I see with business owners is they go out there, they start a business up, and they realize right away, well, I have a marketing problem. I don't know how to connect with people and get them to come in and find out about me. And so they focus on the marketing, and they neglect every other area of their business. I'm not saying neglect your marketing. I'm going to be very clear about that. But I am saying focus on every single area of your business and work on it together. And what you'll find is that when you put that initial work in, you can actually, once you put that initial work in, you can actually shift focus to the marketing and the sales and all that other stuff and do it. Because you can do it with confidence because you have the systems and processes set up in place to support what you're trying to do. Now, I just want to note, first of all, if you're not a member of the Eccentric Entrepreneurs Group, feel free to click the link there and join it. And also check out the link for the Grow Your Business by Design workbook. That workbook is set up to help you start working on your business plan. If you've never created a business plan, or if you created one but you threw it into the desk and you haven't looked at it in a long time, then that workbook can help you to start actually looking at one and figuring out how to start developing it and creating it. And really, when I work with clients to create business plans, what I do is we do an assessment of the business, and we look at, like, where are you in each of these areas of your business? How would you grade yourself? And then we look at what actions people need to start to take in order to grow their business and to make it successful. And it's amazing what happens when you do this, because what you do is you set yourself up to really be successful with your business, because you're no longer putting yourself into a place where you're just reacting. Instead, you're designing everything, and you're creating proactive systems that support what you're trying to do with your business. And that's what we really want, because then we're not overwhelmed and overloaded and running around with our heads chopped off trying to do everything at once. Instead, we have everything set up to support the growth that we're trying to create. And we're able to actually focus on the activities that can help us grow our business. All right, so talk to you later. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the video, or join us in the Eccentric Entrepreneurs Group, where we'll continue the conversation there. All right, take care and have a wonderful day.